Good evening, YouTube. This is the 5th edition of the Crunchyroll Reviews. And for this edition, we are going to be discussing the anime A Bridge to the Starry Skies, which is the English translation. The Japanese will be in the description down below. Alright. I'll give you the plot. What plot there is. And then I'm going to give you my verdict ahead of time, and I'm going to tell you how we got to it. Alright. The plot goes like this. Kazuma is a young student who is in the company of his younger brother, Ayumu, moving from undisclosed urban Japan into the rural city of Yamabiko. On their way to the Yuzuru Inn, where they are prearranged to lodge, the boys get on the wrong bus, and what essentially happens is, Kazuma ends up having to go chase a monkey. Okay. Well, he ends up meeting a girl named Yui, and they end up skipping across the river because he's trying to find his way back to the bus station after finding a hat that was taken by a monkey. Next thing you know, he ends up tripping, falling, and kissing her, and then next thing you know, her best friend shows up, Ibuki, and stuff happens. Okay. Now we know that was, and this is all covered in the first episode, by the way. Now we got that whole mess sorted. Let me explain this to you. That main plot from episode 1 doesn't really get developed probably until halfway through the series, because the writers felt that it was imperative to make Yui, and if I'm mispronouncing that name, please correct me, think of Kazuma as a older brother. Great. Just one small little problem. We already know, based on, in a weird way, we already know what sort of kind of is going to happen in episode 12. So you've already blown your load within the first, 20 minutes of the series. Just saying. The other characters really have no consequence at this point, which kind of sucks because, well, let's put it this way. The other characters are actually really cool. You have Madoka. She is a shrine Miko. Essentially, she's like a prince. She's like a priestess. She's not my favorite, though. I'll tell you when we get there. We have Sumogi Todo, or we'll just call her Sumagi. Yui, you already know. Ibuki, she's alright, but eh. Is it this one? No. It may have been Hina. Yeah, it was Hina. Or as it was known as Sakai. Alright. This is the chick. She's a third year. She's admired at school, yeah, mostly by girls. You might as well thought she was the butch lesbian in the series. She was the one I actually wanted the series to end with, because any dude that's willing to basically do battle with a chick's father over whether or not she can stay with him or has to go with him, That's a chick we're staying with, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, you get to that episode when shit starts hitting the fan between her and her dad, because her dad runs a business where they distribute sake, the Japanese rice wine. Well, she wanted to go to university, which her father disapproved of. She wants to go to university, of course, in Tokyo. For those who don't know, university is the same thing as when I say going to college. Pretty much. But after that, and that's literally when the series really just starts going, because here's what they decided. We got that episodes 10 and 11, and they're basically going to give you false endings to build up to episode 12. Why? Why would you insult the viewer's intelligence by actually making them sit through that many endings of a series? Please. Now, mind you, this isn't the first series that has done 2 endings. Remember, Oedemo did one, and 11 Eyes did one, and I forget if when I checked when I was doing that one if 07 Ghost did one. But at least when they did it, they had 2 episodes. Only 2. To go from the false ending and the true/good ending. This one had 3. And for the record, this is like the second series we've done that had a game, a PC game that was rated 18+. So, what do you think the characters were going to look like? Well, let's put it this way. They really tried to insult, in my personal opinion, a viewer's intelligence. They made it seem like, oh, let's make all these women have, or just about all these women have really, really large breasts. Yeah, that'll fly with the viewership. For the record, by the way, of course, there was no English dub. There was just subtitles. But it's like, I will say the one chick had me laughing. I forget which one it was. But she's trying to do there's this thing in these races sometimes. They have like these snacks up above. And you gotta jump up and you gotta grab it with your teeth and pull it down. Okay. Well, this one chick, I think it was Madoka. Might have been someone else. Might have been one else. She was trying to jump up and grab it, and the whole time, because of her breast augmentation, they're going up, down, up, down. So the people that are holding the pole, they're looking like, ooh, 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 ooh. And I'm sitting there going, really? Like, here's one for you. I'd love to tell you, like, what happened in a lot of the episodes. The problem was, I was so busy just waiting for the episodes to end, and mercifully they moved pretty quick, that I was just like, I don't care, end this now, please. Mercifully, like I said, it was only 12 episodes, so suffering wasn't too long. But it was long enough that when I got to episode 12, I sat there and I went, really? We already knew who we wanted to be with. That should have been evident after episode 1. Why couldn't you just build it up? Oh, and people could say, well, they were doing that. Really? Okay, maybe I just didn't give a good goddamn enough to care, but I'm sorry. You didn't give me any real reason to care about any of the characters outside of maybe Ibuki and maybe, Hina. But other than that, who? No one. I mean, like, really, people? Okay, maybe the little kid. Husaka had a bit of an admiration for. He was the artistic younger brother. But no, this series just sucked. And I never thought I would say this, but I didn't think there was any series that could make Lucky Star look like a masterpiece. This did. Like, seriously. If you value your sanity, don't watch it. Trust me. I think I'll be watching TNA on Thursdays to try and get the memory of this piece of shit out of my mind. Scale of 1 to 10, or as they do it on Crunchyroll, 1 to 5. 1. Abysmal. And if you do watch it and you suffer through all 12 episodes, please tell me where I'm wrong. And I've never ripped a series this bad. Well, no, wait a minute. Please, twins. Anybody who's seen that review knows how much I thought of that series. This one's just as bad. Just, no, don't. Stop. Mercifully, tomorrow, hopefully it'll be something better. I know it'll be 12 episodes, but that's fine. Maybe it'll erase the memory of this piece of shit. You have a good night, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.